We've been telling people to avoid large crowds and stay at home when possible. In a little more than a month, school districts are going to ask hundreds of thousands of children and their teachers to do just the opposite.
It's not like administrators are going into this with their eyes closed. They are thinking about parents who can't afford a semester of the kids at home, and they want students to get a complete education. And they've put together plans and contingencies.
COVID, however, doesn't care about our plans. And today, Denver schools announced the district might need to push back the start of the semester by a week. And with that, Denver 7's MEGHAN Lopez begins tonight's 360 coverage of class in the time of coronavirus. MEGHAN?
Yeah, and what that looks like is making plans and then having those plans change and then having them change again. DPS says that it is trying to remain flexible, but every couple of weeks, really, something else comes up, whether it's another wrinkle, another question that they were just trying to work through. And all the while, parents and teachers say they just want to have a say in this discussion.
We're wrestling with lots of different issues.
If it feels like the Denver Public Schools plan to resume class is changing every week, that's because it is.
Including health screenings.
After announcing its strategy to reopen last month, on Wednesday, a shift thanks to COVID-19.
The only constant is change right now.
The district is now considering opening on August 24th since a third of its buildings don't have AC and breathing in a mask is difficult enough.
We know the end of August can be hot. And we always are monitoring that.
And instead of having everyone start on the same day, they're considering a phased-in approach.
Kids have time in smaller groups to be able to learn the protocols, work through that, and see, how things are going to adjust.
Before that can happen, though, they've got to get staff on board.
We've actually heard quite a bit of concern from our teachers.
DPS is in talks with the Denver Classroom Teachers Association about reopening safely, but DTCA still has a lot of questions.
Will we have enough substitute? Will we actually be able to socially distance? How are you going to get the schedules to work right?
They're also concerned about PPEs and testing. Their bottom line:
if we're going back, we really just need to have confidence that this is the right way to go and it's as safe as we can possibly make it.
There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress.
Parents are also asking for more involvement in the discussions. Liz STALNAKER started a Change.org petition after talking with other parents, and within 24 hours, thousands of signatures.
It's clearly struck a nerve. We can all look at each other and not feel alone in these concerns, that it was a way of articulating something that was in the air.
The district has sent out surveys, but Liz says that's not enough. She wants to support their reopening.
What we're asking DPS to do is to have our backs and have our teachers' backs and our students' backs.
So she's calling for more transparency, equity, and parent involvement. With a little more than a month until school is set to resume, there's still a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questions and details to still work out. But the one thing that is clear is
This year is going to be different.
So DPS is hoping to announce its finalized plans sometime next week after it meets with the teachers union and talks through some of those questions. We also might get a first look inside some of those schools and classrooms to see some of the health and safety changes that were made. But take a deep breath, guys, and don't get too attached to anything because, like my story said, all of this is subject to change again. I'm live. MEGHAN Lopez, Denver 7.